Hey guys, Mars in here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be looking at good old Super Saiyan Goku 55% showcase. I've put him on like one link level run, so he's got Saiyan Warrior Race at level 2, everything else is still at level 1. I did have a silver level 5 additional that I got from the anniversary like Goku and Vegeta specific orbs event, which was very good. I managed to save like a couple of those for a future. I was thinking about using them on some random unit the other day, and then this was before we knew what the parts, like what the LRs were going to be for worldwide. I was like, oh, I'll save this one because I'm sure there'll be a Goku or Vegeta that I'll want to use it on soon. So, and then I gave him an attack bronze orb instead of defense because he is a very defensive boy already. So this Goku, the first full 200% leader, powerful combat category 3 key, HP attack and defense 200%. So interesting that they're in a single category with 200%, but definitely interesting. We are running him on the Gods 200% team because a lot of his better link partners are there. So his 12 key super greatly raises attack for 1 turn, does colossal damage to the enemy and lowers defense, and then his 18 key infinitely stacks defense and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. He gets key 5 attack and defense 159%. Then his attacks effective against all types, plus an additional defense 59% within the same turn after receiving an attack. So he has to take a hit, and then after the first hit he takes, he gets a defensive bump and becomes effective against all types. Now, usually that's not a great thing to have on units, but he kind of has a saving grace a little bit further down. So within the same turn after receiving an attack, then he gets an additional key 1 up to 5 and attack 10 up to 59% with each attack received, and then he guards all attacks when HP is 60% or more. So what that means is on turn 1, if he's on the first rotation, you're always going to be above 60%. So he's going to guard, so hopefully taking that first hit is not going to be as bad. I mean, if it's a super, it could potentially still do a bit of damage, but guards all attacks when HP is 60% or more, and then if your HP is 59% or less, he has a revival. So if you don't have guard, and then he just dies in slot 1, he's going to revive. And then once he has revived, he has guaranteed guard and a 50% chance to crit. So you basically want to give him full additional, because once he's revived, he has a 50% chance to crit. He doesn't really need a bunch of extra crit. And then he has an active skill, can be activated when HP is 59% or less from the 5th turn, or directly after the revival skill. You can use it on that turn. That's awesome. Anyway, so let's jump in. We've got him on the Gods team. Linked up with AGL LR Gohan. He has all of his links active. So I don't want Gohan. Gohan shouldn't kill, but I don't want him to, so we're going to get Goku to attack in slot 1 just in case. Because knowing my luck, Gohan would like crit and then additional super and crit and kill him. So we'll go ahead and do this. So turn 1 with support from Krillin, 4.4 million. Out of the 2 units, it's very obvious that like Goku is the defensive designed unit and Cooler is the offensively designed unit. I've already put up the 55% showcase for Cooler, so if you haven't seen that already, go check that out. Gohan with the higher attack stat, but then Gohan is rainbow full level 10 links for me. And remember, this Goku is 55% with all of his links except for 1 at level 1. So, yeah. I think the friend one is the one that hasn't been on a turn. I don't want to get too much key for the Gods and the off rotation units, because obviously we want Goku to be able to do as much damage as possible. Especially if we can start getting off some additionals. Now, at 55%, the fact that he can't additional at all if you're not giving him skill orbs is unfortunate. But again, he is a more defensive-based unit. He is going to be able to start putting out a ton of damage once he's actually fully built up. But he is more of a defensive-based unit. So not being able to get an additional, all he really does on his 12 key is do extra damage, right? It's not like he's got any special effects. He's not infinitely stacking his attack or anything like that. And the 18 keys, he's infinitely stacking defense. So when you're getting to, like, you know, take Cell Max, for example. If he's on the turn, the first rotation of the tech phase, so you're on 60% HP or above, and he's got permanent guard and has been infinitely stacking defense, then he should be looking pretty good. So he has got 189k, so basically 190k defense at the start of the turn. When he gets hit in slot 1, he's going to get that 59% extra defensive bump, and he's going to get a 10% attack for each attack received, because he hasn't received any attacks so far. So he is going to get that 10% attack buff. And he's effective against all types. So we've got no support again on this rotation, but I imagine his attack stat is going to be looking pretty good. And he's effective against all types, so extra damage anyway. Yeah, 4.4. Oh no, we had support from Krillin, didn't we, on the last turn? So actually, he got up to about the same attack stat, even though we don't have a support unit on the rotation. So that's not bad. And then, of course, as I say, we are infinitely stacking that defense. Maybe I should just get through this phase as quickly as possible so we can get on to the next one. If I just do this, between the gods and Goku here, we should be able to one-turn this tech Vegeta. And then we'll have a fresh phase for Goku to go in slot 1 and see how much he can put out in that one turn. But yeah, definitely looking good so far, this unit. The fact that he's made to be so good in slot 1 is super good because he links up really, really well with the Tech LR Goku and Gohan. And of course, they came out at the same time as the STR Goku and Gohan, and they work super well together, except that neither of them are really good in slot 1 early in the events. Once Goku and Gohan, the STR one, have exchanged into Gohan, then that rotation is obviously great because Tech, LR, Gohan and Goku have a slot 1 partner. But until they did, neither of them was really good in slot 1. And then here comes this Goku. So obviously he's going to link up really well with both of them, be a slot 1 unit. So we're going to take a few hits. That means we are going to get some extra ki. So I was going to say we weren't quite getting the 18 ki super. But we're at 232k defense with no support. I think that's pretty good. I won't give these guys too many orbs because then on the off chance we don't finish him off this turn, then the next rotation can just mop up. So he's going to get hit with a super here. So he is going to guard, but remember, he doesn't get that extra defensive bump until he takes the first hit of the turn. So it is always unfortunate when the super attack is first. So he takes 50k. I mean, again, it's hard to judge the shortcomings. I mean, with these 55% showcases, it's really impressive to see the upper ceilings they can hit without dupes. But then at the same time, you kind of have to be a little bit more forgiving of their lower performances because they are only 55% and level 1 links. So 50k from a super in slot 1. Obviously this event, not that hard anymore, especially by this phase. But, of course, if he'd taken a normal attack first, the normal attack would have been double digits, then he would have got the massive defensive bump, and then he would have potentially taken double digit damage from the super. So, obviously that sort of stuff is important. So yeah, we'll just get the gods to finish off here. We'll grab same type orbs with the LR Gogeta, so we make sure we get the... Actually, should we fuse? Let's just fuse so we get... In fact, let me remember now that I've done that, so I don't forget later. Let's turn off the animation skips, because we definitely don't want to accidentally skip Gokus. So... But yeah, so unless he supers in slot 1, yeah, perfect. So we'll be going into the next phase. Now, obviously, I do want to see the revival, but I don't know if this event is going to be the best one. I might have to jump into something else. Because the interesting thing is, his revival doesn't have a turn restriction. So that means if you're, say you are doing Cell Max, and you get into the tech phase, and you're on full health, but you don't have Goku on that rotation, so then he comes in on the second turn of the tech phase, and you took like a super or something during that turn. So you've dropped below the HP threshold. He can just transform straight away, which is awesome. And then because there's no turn restriction, it means even in something like Super Battle Road, if he's on your like turn 2 of the first fight, yeah, he could come in and revive straight away. So he's almost up to 250k defense. Obviously, he's going to stack a little slower at 55%. Once he's got, you know, higher defense himself, got some of those links active, his defense is really going to start looking good. Or those links leveled up, I should say, because obviously all of his links are active. But there you go. Now that he's got support on the rotation, after he's taken some of these hits, 7.2 million. I mean, for a unit that is guarding in slot 1, because technically, I guess he always guards in slot 1, essentially, because his guard is either active or it's not, and then he dies and revives, and then when he revives, he has permanent guard. So the only time he doesn't have guard is if you're getting hit under 59% or less HP, and you're also not getting killed, like that turn. Because if he has the revive available, but you don't get killed, so he doesn't revive, then obviously you're going to potentially be in a bit of a spot of trouble on the next turn, because now you're on super low health, your revival character has gone off rotation. So that could be a downside, but I mean, I can see this guy performing incredibly well in all of the difficult content as a slot 1 unit. Again, maybe 55%. Like, I can imagine if we get to Cell Max and his first attack in slot 1 of the tech phase is a super on this Goku, but it's still going to do tons of damage because the early phases are so easy. It's obviously going to be difficult to stack with Goku. I think if you take this Goku against Cell Max at like 55%, you probably want to run the strategy where in the first 2 phases you don't super with anyone else who's not stacking, and then just keep stacking as much with Goku as you can until you get to that last phase, because then yeah, he's going to have the quite high raw defensive stat and guard. And then again, as long as the first hit of the turn that he's taking isn't the super, he then gets that extra 59% defense. And then I think after that, especially again, if he then gets off his super as well, so then Cell is super attacking him after he's already taken a hit and after he's 18 key super to boost his defense up, I can imagine he would tank that reasonably well at 55%. I imagine he's probably still going to take damage. I mean, remember, God Goku still takes like 250k. And he has a huge amount of damage reduction. So just guard and raw defense isn't going to save you alone from Cell Max's super attack. But his defense is potentially going to be so high that it's not going to matter anyway. So what is he at now? Yeah, 320k with no support on the rotation. So let's go ahead and get this. Let me just double check. What was his active skill condition? He has to be below... Oh, yeah, we have to be below the HP threshold or have revived. So it looks like in this event especially, it's maybe not difficult enough for this team to actually get us killed and see his revival. Because now that we get hit, our defense is now over like 450k. So we're not going to lose any HP here. Goku's... I'm not even going to bother getting the nodes. So no support. He's at 6.48. I think he's fully built up now. He's only has to get hit 6 times to build up that attack buff from his passive, so he's definitely fully built up at this point. Very, very good damage output for a 55% unit who is as good defensively as he is. That's the like major upside, right? Is if he was hitting like 7 million attack as the brand new summonable LR, we would still say that that was pretty good. But when he's hitting 7 million attack and also is not taking any damage outside of like a slot 1 super as the first attack, I would say that is pretty good. And then of course once we get the revival, we just guard all the time. The revival can come in super clutch for things like Cell Max and stuff like that. So having the revival ability is not only good for him, but it just helps out the team overall, right? Because he doesn't have too difficult a condition, it's only the 59% and then you can revive. So yeah, there's no like extra turn restriction. There's no like, you know, you have to have a certain unit or be against a certain enemy. So I think he's going to work out super nicely. I can't wait. Like after I do these, this is the 55% showcase for Goku, obviously. I've done the cooler one already. I think as soon as I've done this one, I'm going to jump into taking them into Cell Max because I'm really looking forward to seeing how they do. I haven't done the new event yet, so I'll probably do that as well. But yeah, Cell Max is like the first thing I'm going to take these guys into because my cooler, I fed the 2 dupes in. I think I did it at the end of the 55% showcase. So my cooler is 2 dupes. I'm ready to go to fight Cell Max. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Alright, double super. Let's just see how much is Krillin going to do here. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. Alright, we'll get Goku to finish him off on this turn. Okay, so we're still no closer to getting the revival. I think we are probably going to have to jump into a different event to actually get to see that. Although, I suppose, when we get to Blue Evolution Vegeta now, on the off Goku turn, there is a possibility that we get hit with the final flash on somebody and take enough damage for Goku to then get the revival. But the problem is, Goku, of course, has type advantage over Vegeta. So it's very possible that even if we do start the turn on low health, Vegeta won't actually be able to kill Goku. But I guess it depends who else is on the rotation and how much damage we're going to take and everything. So I'm not transforming the LR gods at all because obviously I don't want them to get a bunch of extra dodge chance because them dodging a super would not be good. I mean, they're not going to get absolutely destroyed by a super anyway because of type advantage and their defense is pretty reasonable. We haven't been getting tons of supers with them, deliberately, obviously, but they probably won't get one shot by the final flash. So Gogeta probably would take some damage from it though, right? Also, how long ago did I transform with him? Has the fusion thing run out? Because what is his defense? That means because he'd have no damage reduction if the thing has run out. See, if God Goku gets super attacked, he's not going to take any damage. Let's do this in the hopes that he supers in slot 1, I guess. I need to do as little damage as possible, which is difficult considering all of the orbs everywhere. I can't not get 2 rainbow orbs for Goku, which means he's going to do extra damage. And then, yeah, we'll just get the 12 key super for Gogeta. He raises defense on his 12 key, but... Alright, come on. Final flash, the gods. Alright. So they're going to get a defensive buff here. Hopefully we don't get a ton of additionals or whatever. Because I do not want their defense to be even higher. I need someone on this team to get... Here we go. Alright, how much does this do? Is it going to do 40% though? That's the other thing. No, 100k. Oh my god. Alright, well, I guess we are going to have to jump into a different event then to see the revival. But because we've got to get it in the video. We can't not have it. Plus, we haven't done the active skill yet either. Because, again, you have to be under that same HP threshold or you have to have revived already to actually be able to use the active skill. So, at 55%, he's one of those units. He's too good for the easier content to actually be able to see all of the stuff that he does. So, that's kind of funny. Oh well. Let's see how much we can do to Vegeta here. Can we finish off Vegeta? Look at all that key. Because he builds up so much extra keys. He's got all his links active. And we've got support. He only needed 3 key to get to 24. That's crazy. I should have checked his defense as well. But I mean, he's infinitely stacking. So his defense is going to keep getting higher and higher. 7.2 million with the support unit on rotation. So I think that's his cap fully built up with Krillin in slot 3. But man, that is very, very good for a unit that takes basically no damage. Yeah, pretty crazy. Alright, so let's go and jump over to a different event so we can actually see the revival. Okay, so I've jumped over to the Bojack Red Zone stage because I'm going to save Omega. We got to do that as his own video, right? Because I'll probably build the team differently as well. I actually brought in the exact same team. So Krillin could be a liability for sure. But what I want to do is obviously I want to make sure I'm getting the active skill and the revival. So I don't really feel too concerned about Goku in slot 1. Now again, if the first attack is a super, he actually probably would take quite a lot of damage because he needs to get that first hit. Then his defense is jumping up over like 300k. He has guard. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and pop a Whis here. This wouldn't necessarily be the best strategy for if we wanted to win the event. But all I'm really trying to do at this point is I want to make sure I get through this turn and the next turn. And then get back to here being at 59% or less HP. Because then we can see the revival and the active skill for Goku. So 6.48 with no support on his 18 key super here. Unfortunately, he does have type disadvantage. So that's the other reason why I guess you really do want to get him revived as quickly as possible. Because after he revives, he has a built-in great chance to crit, which is 50%. So that's why you want to go like full additional with his build. Because then, you know, get an additional super. He's got a 50% chance to crit. He's going to be looking very good in the damage output department. I don't know how much this is going to do to Gohan. He might actually die, even with a Whis active. I'm not sure. He hasn't stacked a lot. Okay, 328. Alright, the gods should be okay here now then, because we got enough key. I think they get the double super. If they triple super, they definitely tank a super from double digits. I think we only need to... Oh, no, wait, it doesn't matter. They're going to remove his action. I think he's only attacking once at the end, right? So... Alright. And then we just need to live through the next turn. Now, ideally, we would have got them... We would have got him super low on HP... So we could have just killed him off in this next turn, and then we wouldn't have to risk being on low health, and then we'd just be straight into the next phase. Because Krillin 100% cannot take any attacks, or at least cannot take a super attack. So I think for the sake of living the turn, we do this. Let me turn this off real quick. Oh, I didn't even hit it. Let me turn this off real quick so I can just do this, and then we'll turn it back on straight away so I don't forget. So we don't lose out on... Actually, no, we'll do this. Now I think we can guarantee that we kill him this turn, right? Yeah, okay, good. That actually works out perfectly. So now we put this back on, and then we do this. Because, yeah, there's no way he lives God Goku and the gods attacking him here. And we're not getting the Dokkan attack. We're below 59% HP. So there you go. It took some... Well, we had to come into the red zone to do it, but we managed to drop low enough that we can actually get Goku's thing. I mean, if we'd got bad RNG in that Vegeta run, we obviously could have taken, like, God Vegeta could have supered Krillin, the int phase, and then we would have lost a ton of HP. It's just unfortunately in that run, like, Goku and this team just too powerful for the Vegeta event. So, here you go. So now, the revival is active. Gohan's got type disadvantage, so surely there's no way we don't revive on this turn. Oh, and Goku's locked in the middle. So, I think we'll wait until after the revival. Well, actually, we might die in the turn afterwards. So, I think we will actually use the active skill first. Because we're going to die this turn regardless. So, his active skill, there's no reason to wait to use it, is there? Greatly raises attack temporarily, does ultimate damage, disables action. So, apart from the fact disabling the action could be useful in a turn where we're actually trying to win the event. But, let's go ahead and see. I mean, the sprites and everything look super crisp, I must say. But... You scum! The thing I don't like about some active skills is it has all that build-up and then he just punches him. Like, Cooler's active skill is the Supernova. So it'd be pretty cool if, you know, his... I guess we can go grab key, it doesn't matter. Gohan's absolutely dying here. We don't have the Whis active, so, yeah, Gohan's dead. How much is he taking from a normal attack? Oh, 200k, you know. Not bad. Alright, Goku, let's go.
It's all because of me.
I don't like that frame, like that expression on his face. But other than that, I think his animation's actually pretty damn cool. So now we have revived, which means we have a 50% chance to crit. We have permanent guard, so we still get the attack buff like in slot 1. But wow, nice. Locked and okay, well I guess we do this then because. We gotta see Goku. I want to see Goku get to the next turn, at least. So, we'll do that. We'll do that. We got tons of rainbow orbs as well. So, we should be getting the dodges and everything with the gods, hopefully. Okay, well, if we don't... Oh, dodge this. Okay, good. Alright, so we definitely live to the next turn now, because everybody else on the rest of this rotation takes double digits from normals. So, we might actually win, even though I would say we probably didn't play the most effectively. But I guess that's a testament to how good this team is. I mean, we have Tech Krillin on the team. Like, I really thought he was going to get us killed at some point. But we did get quite lucky with when he was on rotation against Bojack and stuff like that. He was only against the int phase on the turn where we finished off the int phase. So that obviously worked out perfectly. So, yeah. Are we going to... Will we take him out this turn? I don't think we will. That would be annoying. Watch the gods get, like, triple super crits here or something. Actually, no. It won't matter. Oh, and they didn't get any additionals. Fair enough. Okay. Alright, so here we go. We've got support. You're sealed. Okay, at least you're not sealed. Alright, so we use the Whis. Gohan probably gets us killed here, to be fair. But at least we get to see what Goku's going to do. So with support, now that we are revived, we still get the defense in slot 1 if we get hit. And then, yeah, we guard all attacks and have a high chance to crit from the turn in which we revived. So this is obviously where getting an additional super would be really, really good for this Goku. Because obviously we have this 50% chance to crit now. But, yeah, unsurprisingly double-digit damage. 7.2. Pretty consistent attack stacks. He's obviously not going to... He's not infinitely stacking his attack. So it doesn't get much higher than that. Do we get the crit? Of course. The ones... Or we get the additional normal... Which I don't think crit either. And then I think Gohan just gets us killed. Oh, how much do we take from this? Is this double digits? That'd be wild. We have a Whis active, though, to be fair. Yeah, okay. It's pretty good. I mean, we have a Whis active, but, like, that is a pretty powerful super attack from Red Zone Bojack. So, how much does Gohan take now? Well, he's getting a double super, so he's getting a double raise on that defense. We have the Whis active, although I feel like even if Gohan does live, Krillin probably lets us down in the final slot, because I don't need all of this footage, I guess, to be at the end of the Goku showcase, but it would be kind of cool if we actually won with this team. Which I think we actually are going to now as well. Because they can't super, but I don't think that really matters too much. Because we can active skill with them. Oh, I didn't turn it off. Alright, well, I'm going to get the W in this video, I've decided. Since we are this close, we might as well actually do it. So it's going to make the video longer. If you click off now, I don't blame you, since we've seen everything that Goku's going to do, because we're going to kill him this turn. But do make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'm definitely impressed with this Goku at 55%. But yeah, there's no way he lives here. Because God Goku won't kill him. And then the gods, they can't super, obviously, because they are sealed. Although I guess, actually, is the Whis run out? Because I guess maybe we die if, like, the gods don't dodge a super or something. But, actually, I think if they dodge a super, we actually would die. Because they're not supering this turn. So they're not raising their defense this turn. But, we'll see. If we die, I kind of expected from the beginning that we weren't going to beat it with this team. But, I mean, we've done very well, all things considered. Yeah, look at that. They got, no dodges. Hello? Oh, there you go. They could only afford to take one more hit. And so then Tech, Goku, and Vegeta are going to come in and finish him off. So we actually did beat Red Zone Bojack with this team, even though we have AGL Gohan and Tech Krillin on the team. So there you go. That was 55% Goku. He's pretty damn good. I've got some collab summons planned, so I'm going to summon on his banner since I did get 2 dupes for Goku, for Cooler. So I would love to see how crazy he's looking with dupes. But let me know what you think down below. Hopefully you guys got good luck if you did summon for him. And yeah, definitely going to take him into the Cell Max event. And versus Broly, especially because he has type disadvantage in the final phase, he's going to be super good. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.